Was that a closer, a better fade? Was that a closer? Oh, no, there we go. Okay, hold on. Hold on, I'm still getting echoes. Oh, where are they coming from? Hold on, I'm still getting echoes. Oh, where are they coming from? Wow, I have like 4 different echoes right now. We will make this a smooth entrance someday, I promise. Smooth entrance someday, I promise. Not there. Is it? Where is it from? Where's it coming from? Not there. Is it? Where is it from? Where's it coming from? Are y'all getting this too? How embarrassing! Where's it coming from? Are y'all getting this too? How embarrassing! Where did that come from? It didn't start. It's kick again. It's kick again. Mute that tab. All right. What's up, everybody? That was a disaster. I know why people don't live stream now. I know why. I know why people don't like to live stream. I know why it's messy. It's messy and unpolished, and mistakes happen, and you basically like can't be afraid of being a clown. You know, like you're gonna screw up really bad, and people are going to see your mistakes and your blemishes. But also, I think that's what's so great about live streaming is it is such an authentic sort of experience, right? Like it's like you can't fake the authenticity from a live stream. So like in a world of where everything's AI generated and you don't know if what you're seeing is true, and this video might be fake or that video might be fake, when you're live streaming for long periods of time, you kind of learn pretty quick whether it's fake or not. I'm not a VTuber, by the way, if you haven't noticed. You know, I'm not a burnt peanut. I'm not a scantily clad anime girl. This is me, and Santa. So, first off, let's start off like the real stuff. First off, Kick customer service is absolutely the best. Now, I was having some challenges trying to figure out how to get monetized on X. Turns out I'm not on X. Having a lot of challenges getting monetized on X. But with Kick specifically, you have to stream 5 hours, and once you stream 5 hours, you're entered into the monetization program, and when you're in the chat, you can gift subscribers, all that sort of stuff that comes with like an actual legitimate like live stream. However, I streamed 5 hours, but the first time I did it, it gave me like a bunch of 10-second clips. So I had to go and like delete all of them. And then the second time I streamed 3 hours, and then I streamed another 2 hours, or like 2.5. I think it was like 2.5, and then like 2 hours, and like anyway, it wasn't exactly 5 minutes. It was super close. I think like when I calculated in my head, it was 5 hours, but I'm trying to be like 4 hours and 59 minutes. So like I was Googling it. I was like, what is going on? Why can't I get my account monetized? It's giving me an error every time I try to monetize my account. And I misread what it said. I thought it said to delete any VODs, delete your VODs, but no, it said make sure you don't delete the VODs. So I went and deleted the VODs. So now I'm back to 0, even though I was probably like maybe like 30 seconds away from getting my account monetized. So that brings me to New Year's Eve. And so I'm gonna try to be here a while. And as long as the chat is hanging out with me, as long as we're having conversations and feeling the vibes, I'm here. So my goal is to get monetized on Kick by next week, because I have some guests coming on stream I'm super excited about, which I won't announce. They were actually going to be on tonight, but unfortunately, they were sick, so they had to cancel. But fortunately, my account wasn't monetized anyway, so it all works out. So, so all right, let's bring the energy, right? So, okay, I have something I just absolutely have to share with you all. I am super pumped about, and let me pull this up. This happened on Twitter, by the way. Where is it? Yeah, so this happened on Twitter. Well, it didn't happen on Twitter. I posted it on Twitter. It happened on YouTube. And somebody sent me a message today that was like, it said, "Hey, did you see the Nerdist podcast? They shouted you out on the Nerdist podcast." And I was like, "No freaking way." No, sorry, not the Nerdist, Nerdrotics. Oh, apologies. Apologies to Nerdrotic. So it's a Nerdrotic podcast. They shouted me out. I did, by the way, know about Nerdrotics. I wasn't just, that was an actual slip. I wasn't like trying to pretend like I knew who Nerdrotics was when I don't. And I was saying Nerdist. I'm not. Anyway, I want to get this up. Let's get this up for you. All right. And just text if you can
share this tweet, because
yeah, you can hear it. Turn that volume down a little bit. That was pretty high. All right. Here we go. Check this out. Guys, seriously, this is incredible.
So share this tweet, because it didn't get a lot of traction, but really fucking sums up so much. Season 5, episode 7 of Stranger Things felt like a gay version of a Pure Flix movie. The left has embraced the worst things about faith-based movies. They have altar calls that interrupt the story. I mean, like,
yes, they do.
Fucking spot on. Like, that is so spot on.
I've never thought about it that way, but yeah.
Dude, yeah. I read this. I'm like, oh my God, this guy just nailed it. But who cares if it costs $200 million as long as one person is saved from bigotry?
Look at your boy. Look at your boy moving up. Look, listen, I'm telling you guys, that brought me so much joy just to be able to see that. To see that I got shared by Nerdrotic. Nerdrotic, by the way, is I don't really know if he would define himself as conservative, but he's a film critic who's fed up with the woke nonsense in storytelling. And so somehow he saw this tweet I did, And he retweeted it, and it went nuts. And then he did it on the show, and he told people he actually said, I don't know if I clipped it, but he said it hasn't got a lot of traction, but make sure you go and promote it and give it a lot of traction. So first off, Nerdrotic, thank you so much for that. Just that was my Christmas gift this year, I think. that was incredible. I really am appreciative of that, because I have been screaming this from the rooftops for the past 5 years as someone who's been in the faith-based world, and I'm seeing it. I'm like, this is what makes faith-based movies so bad, is Hollywood is now adopting, and they've realized that a movie has to be important. And it's like, no, a movie doesn't have to be important. It just has to be a movie. That's all it has to be. It has to be a good story. If it's a comedy, it has to be funny. Right? Like these are the things that really matter. And then if it's a good story, it will become important. Sorry, I'm trying to minimize my window. Okay, so it will become important. So just absolutely tremendous. But by the way, I'm gonna go back to that. But by the way, I just want to interrupt, because if you're following me on Kick, or you're trying to find me on Kick, Kick changed my username. So there was a dormant I'm King Ginger name. And it wasn't in use, and I wasn't sure if I made that account, but I couldn't figure out any email that I used. And my main email that I usually use to sign up for stuff, I was forced to do Real King Ginger, because I'm King Ginger was taken. And I contacted customer service, and they were super quick, and they said, yeah, just DM us from the account that you have to show proof that it's your account. And I did, and literally when I logged in today, everything was back under I'm King Ginger. So they merged those accounts for me. So just incredible work on behalf of Kick. Thank you, Kick support. You guys are amazing. Like Kick, like I'm not just saying that. I've been in the social media world for a long time. Spent a lot of money on social media platforms, and I've never ever been able to get in touch with somebody from a social media company as quickly as Kick. They responded to my first email within 4 minutes. That's insane. It's insane. So it's letter M, King Ginger. I am King Ginger. So if you go there, all my socials are now the same. So that's really tremendous. Thank you so much for doing that, Kick. That means a ton to me. And let me also encourage you to go there and watch and participate in the chat. That'll be the chat that I prioritize throughout this stream tonight. So let's go back to the clip. And I want to break down this tweet.
So share this tweet, because
by the way, who's on here? Who's on here? Does anybody know any of these guys? AZ, Disparu, Ian K, Chrissy Meyer, Zoo. Is that how you say it? Sorry if I don't know. X-Ray Girl. Quarter Black Garrett. I'm familiar with him. And Chad M. Brooks. Hey guys. My New Year's resolution, by the way, is to be on this panel. Like, that's my New Year's resolution. So I'm going to try to figure out what I got to do to make that happen. It needs to happen. It would be a dream come true. So share and promote these guys. Maybe I'll have some of them on as guests too on my stream. Actually, I would rather do that. No, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Just look. Let's connect. That's all I'm saying. Let's just get together. Let's break down This tweet.
So share this tweet because it didn't get a lot of traction, but really fucking sums up so much.
Share the tweet. It sums up so much.
Season 5, episode 7 of Stranger Things felt like a gay version of a Pure Flix movie. The left has embraced the worst things about faith-based movies. They have.
Okay, this is insanely true. This is insanely true. The left has taken these altar call scenes that faith-based movies have become a parody and a meme for because they're so bad. And the left has done this exact same thing. And the reason why faith-based movies are not good is because of the altar call scenes. And the reason why the leftist movies from Netflix and all these studios are not good is because of these altar call scenes. They're two different religions for sure, 100%. Like, obviously. One is well-intentioned. The other is not so much. But both the Christian film industry and the secular industry have embraced this idea that their films are important. The message of the films are important. It's like Critical Drinker, the message, right? Like this is like they're like they cannot get it through their heads that what matters is a good story. What matters is a character development, good writing. There's all sorts of things that you can not take seriously when it comes to a movie. You know, the cinematography might not be that good. The acting might be a little off. The acting could be better. But when your writing is forcefully trying to propagandize some sort of message, it destroys everything. But what it does is it breaks the fourth wall. Like suddenly you're watching a movie and now suddenly that movie is talking to you, and it's really annoying and maddening, and it's really hard for the audience to grasp. A great example of that actually was in Stranger Things, in the scene. I don't know if you guys saw it, but the Demogorgons come up. Let me see if I can find an image of it. I don't want to play any
altar. They have.
I don't want to play any scenes from Netflix, but I'm pretty sure this scene has come up a lot. Come on. There's got this scene. Well, apparently I'm the only one that had this thought. Anyway, there's a scene in Stranger Things where the kids are hiding behind some sort of like kitchen table, right? Like some kitchen table, and the Demogorgons come in and they're sniffing around looking for the kids, just like the raptors in Jurassic Park. And so that scene for me was one of those moments where you're just like, wait a minute, that was a 90s movie, right? So just immediately, like, I get it. Like you have to parody that. Like I completely understand. I'm not even that mad about it. But when they did that, you suddenly had this moment of thinking in your head, oh, we're not in the 1980s anymore. Suddenly we're in the era of Jurassic Park in the 1990s, like, which, I mean, I guess makes sense. Like, I mean, technically it's been 10 years, right? So it's is it always the 80s in Stranger Things, or is it like, are we in 93? Like when did Jurassic Park come out? I thought Jurassic Park was 95. Here we go. Oh no, it did come out in 93. I mean, okay. I don't. Did they set the scene that we're now in 1993? I don't know if they did. I don't think they really did much of any of that stuff this season, to be honest with you. So, Uh, so yeah. So let's continue. Let's continue this clip real quick.
Altar calls that interrupt the story. I mean, like, fucking spot on. Like, that is so spot on.
I've never thought about it that way, but yeah.
Dude,
Who said that? Who was the one that said they never thought about it that way? So many people, I can't keep track of who's talking.
Dude, I read this. I'm like, oh my God, this guy just nailed it. But who cares if it costs $200 million as long as one person is saved from bigotry?
So that point, that's a really valid point, because that line, who cares if it costs $200 million as long as it saves one person
saving lives.
So share this tweet.
It is exactly the kind of reasoning that faith-based films use to raise tons of money for movies and not have to have a concern over whether the money is spent well on quality, right? So they'll raise $5, $10, $20, $30 million for a Christian film, and everybody goes, it actually wasn't that great. And then the response to that is, yeah, but like, I know this person and they saw it, and then, you know, they came to church the next Sunday, right? Like, so who cares how much money it makes as long as someone is saved from bigotry? I have got to fix this microphone, because I am not doing a 5-hour stream with this microphone keeps falling on me. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can work some magic here. All right, I think that helped. I think it got loose. I hope that fixed it, because I think I've been doing 3 streams with that thing doing that on me. But it's so annoying. It's so annoying. So but like, that's like the thing, right? Like that is the issue at hand, is we can sacrifice a story as long as we have this message. And this is the problem with Hollywood and the faith-based world. It's so weird that Hollywood would copy the church, but I guess it's true what they say, that culture is downstream from religion, because that's exactly what has happened here. It's super annoying and frustrating, and you don't expect it from Hollywood, but now I guess everybody kind of does. And so, Gary Nerdrotics, thank you for sharing that tweet and giving me, you know, what was that, 44 seconds of fame. I really appreciate it. It's super great. Really, actually, to be honest, like, it really motivated me just to keep doing this to really focus and put some effort into doing this live streaming thing. Originally, actually, I was actually thinking, like, I wonder if there's anybody that I could produce a live stream show for, and I wasn't able to really find anybody. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it myself. I spent 5 years doing podcasts in Arizona. I'm very familiar with it. I know what I can do, and so here I am. So you guys are catching me early. All the warts, all the blemishes, everything that is bad. That is what you're doing. So so let's see what else is trending on Twitter. I think you know what else I think is going on that's pretty significant is, let's see. By the way, I don't know. Well, let's see. There's some stuff here. This is just really fun. Like, again, there's no message here. It's just fun. I don't know if you guys saw this. Have you guys seen the Avenger trailer, the Avenger promos, where it's like each trailer they're doing for the Avengers movie highlights one of the original Avengers. So the first one was Captain America, the second one was Thor, and then this one.
My name is Walter Hartwell White. I live at 308 Negra Arroyo Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87104.
It's so stupid.
Do you know how much I make a year? I mean, even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. And if I suddenly decided to stop going into work, a business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. You clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
Heisenberg will return in Avengers Doomsday. I just whoever made that is incredible. Great work, guys. So I just thought that was great. I just thought that it was great. I was hanging out with Jason Farley yesterday, and we were just reminiscing over how great Breaking Bad was, like just in terms of like how it was written. And he brought up something really interesting to me about that show that I never ever thought about before. And it was you know what, real quick, let me I'm gonna pull up my chat. By the way, guys, on YouTube I do have super chats and shout outs available. So what I need to do is I need to figure out how to, I still haven't figured out how to incorporate all my chats into one feed. And I think I can do that yeah, I thought I could pop out my chat. I thought I could. I can embed it. Oh, you know what? That's what I'll do. Launch chat. Ah, there it is. Okay. Hold on. This will help me out because I'm missing some YouTube comments, and YouTube's the only place I'm monetized at the moment, I think. So, well, that didn't even really work either because it's not pulling up the latest messages. So, so, Sistina asks, what's the next step for Lore, buddy? We're deep in the middle of fundraising right now. So we have a really great financial analyst. We have a really great CEO. And we are really focused on the next phase, which is to launch full steam ahead. And so that is just a capital question at this point. We are ready to go. And I think we have very good numbers, very good data, everything you need that you could prove that Lore works. The only thing that's missing is capital that really believes in what we've done. And so, but that is coming. I'm pretty confident about that. But thanks for the question, Cecina. And then how do I get my chat messages? Because those chats were today, but anyway, we'll figure this out. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second to figure this out. Because if I can figure this out, I won't have to deal with it anymore. I'm going to assume that my chat is good, but it just won't update until a new chat. The chat is ready to display messages. Okay. And then just set up my windows. One day, guys, I'm going to be a pro at this. It's going to be great. All right. It's also New Year's Eve, and people are not watching live streams. I hope most people are not watching live streams I hope you're doing something fun. And not doing loser stuff like me. So so let's see. We got our Kick chat up. We got our Restream chat up, which I think only the Restream chat only allows me to okay. Well, it should give me Kick and YouTube. But I don't want to miss a super chat. That's what I'm really hoping for. What's up, Jay? So, and it looks like I can get my X chats here too. Right? Is that right? What it said? Oh, it's read only. Oh, okay. Well, that means I can get it. I can get my Facebook chats too. Nobody watches live streams on Facebook either. Like that's like that always baffles me, is just how like live streams used to be pushed out like crazy, right? Like they used to be pushed out in insane volumes, and now like you go live on Facebook and they literally make sure nobody watches it. And sure, it's a safety precaution, but wow, has that just destroyed it for me. It used to be so much fun when you had like 1,000 people watching your Facebook feeds. It was unbelievable. So as I was saying, like next week I plan to have some guests. I think we're going to talk about the Stranger Things finale. So I'm super excited about that. Yeah, I mean I'm not excited about the Stranger Things finale. I think it's going to be absolutely terrible. I can't possibly imagine how they redeem themselves after this season and the setup that they've had. It's just, I honestly just, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible at all. But I am excited to talk about it next week with some special guests. And I actually hope to have a lot of guests on, including, well, I'll just kind of I'll keep that to myself for now. But definitely plan to have some guests on. And I think once we have those guests on, it'll help grow the stream all the more. So, Jay says that the majority of Lore's finance needs for operating cost or for content production. Jay, I don't want to get into investment pitch meeting on the live stream, but to answer your question, Lore doesn't produce content. So we work directly with artists so the artists can raise money for their production on their own. So everything we're doing is operation and development. We're a technology company more than an entertainment production house. So, but yes, thank you for asking. So, but yeah, I'm feeling really good about where we are. So let's see. What else is going on in the world right now that is interesting to talk about? By the way, have you guys been following Matthew Marsden? Like, look, if you're listening to this right now, follow Matthew Marsden on X. I have met him personally. I was hanging out in his chat for his live stream today. I'll actually pull this up. So this is Matthew Marsden. This dude is like a legit, like he's super legit. He was in like some TV show in England for years. He's done action.
Cover Optimus!
So anyway, this is the beginning of his live stream. So he live streams and talks about politics and the culture and all this sort of stuff. And I just want to bring attention to him because I think I think I've met him. I've hung out and smoked a cigar with him. He's really phenomenal, and just he really, really knows what's going on in the Hollywood industry, and especially when we talk about conservatives, and sort of what they get wrong when it comes to entertainment, culture, and the arts. And he nails it every single time. There's very few people that you can listen to and go, this guy knows what's going on. He's being honest with you. He's not clickbaiting, and he's legitimately, and I mean this in like the most kind way, he's insanely angry. And it's good. It's good he's angry. Like, I really glad Matthew Marsden is angry, because he has a right to be. And you listen, if you go and you follow him on Twitter, and go catch his live streams, the stuff he points out about how, I think he's going on. He's actually, let me just pull up his tweet that he did, because his tweet was so good. I think it's really important. Hold on, I probably have to go through a bunch of tweets of him just fighting with trolls. Here we go. I found it. Well, that was not it. That was a response to the response. I'm gonna pull it up, guys. It's gonna come. It's coming up. I know he said it. Yeah, this is it. All right. Let me kind of maximize this for you. So in 2010, I had just come off doing Transformers for 6 months and had done a pilot for a TV show as the lead with Walter Hill. Who's Walter Hill? I want to find that out now. He's 83 years old. The Warriors, 40. Oh yeah, he was in 48 Hours. Okay, got it. He's done some stuff. He's done some stuff. So in 2010, Walter Hill, I had done Rambo 2 years before and was on a roll professionally. An article came out in a big publication that I was a conservative, and the phone stopped ringing. Shortly after, I lost my manager and agent after 10 years of making a movie a year. This is what I wanted to do. You can go and see the movies that I did before and after this date, and it's plain to see. I then got ostracized the second time when I spoke out about the jab. Now people see the bias in the entertainment industry. Actors, directors, and producers have come out and are openly hostile to conservatives. It is there for everyone to see. You see it in the content they produce, for goodness sakes. Now, like the tyranny under COVID, you have the leftists in the industry deny that it is and was the case. People like Zachary Levi, Rob Schneider, Real Dean Cain, Real James Woods, yes, Nick Searcy, and Tim Clemente have spoken up about this, and we all get gaslit. The left cannot see the bias in the way they treat people. In the same way, they cannot see their bias in the filmmaking, which is being rejected by the American public. Hollywood is not changing, and it has not learned its lesson. The conservatives who they point to as having success are all in their 60s, having made their money when the industry was different. They still get work in the same way Hollywood keeps remaking movies and TV shows. It isn't because they want to use them, it is because they are out of ideas and have to go back to them. Hollywood will say that conservatives who have been ousted were a-holes on set. Let's say that it is true. Why hasn't that ever affected the a-holes on the left? They say that the actors are talentless and not good enough. How did they get jobs in the first place then? Conversely, have you ever heard a liberal losing work because they were liberal? Look at the nastiness that has been spouted by actors about Trump on an almost daily basis, and they keep getting work. Do not tell me it is because they are so immensely talented. It is because the left looks after their own. They are not essential. For one job in Hollywood, there are 10 actors who could do it. Only the megastars are irreplaceable, and there are a handful of those. Not only are these people disingenuous, but they are liars. That is one of the biggest frustrations people in the entertainment industry have. We know the prejudice we've experienced, and when we talk about it, we are called whiners. If you got pushed out of your job for being gay, liberal, trans, the color of your skin, people on the left lose their minds. Conservative, according to them now, it doesn't happen, even though they know they do it. This is the ultimate thumb in the eye for us. Do it, they then deny it happened. Perfect. You might think this doesn't affect you, but it does. This is why you see leftist agendas in movies. Speak up and you are out. Then they funnel millions of dollars to people who hate you, and then turn and fund political campaigns. It affects everyone on a macro level. I will get told I am whining here, that I am talentless and extra. Who are you? It's predictable and boring. What it does is shut people up and stop young, talented people from entering the industry, which is exactly what they want. Chris Gore responded and said, political bigotry is real in Hollywood, and this phobia is making everything worse. We need a name for it that sounds shameful. Conservaphobe? Any ideas? And Matthew says, what do we call the complete denial that the bigotry exists? I think he's dead on. He's dead on. And so just shout out to Matthew Marsden. By the way, follow him on Twitter, subscribe to his YouTube channel. I think he actually has a pretty good following on YouTube if I am correct. I will look it up right now. Matthew Marsden, YouTube. Yes. The Matthew Marsden channel. He has 17.7 thousand subscribers. I'm coming after you, Matthew. I'm close. Excuse me. But no, I think Matthew is one of the few guys I've spoken to over the course of these past few years who has real experience in the industry and real longevity, and he knows everything that's going on, and he talks about it, and people just like try to gaslight him into thinking that it doesn't exist. And like, if you hear him talk, and especially too, like if you're in the industry and you hear Matthew talk, or you've been around people who are in the industry and you've heard stories from people, and you hear Matthew, you go, oh no, this guy is dead on. Like, this guy knows exactly what is going on. He's super smart, insanely based, and also insanely reasonable. Like, he's not, a weird alt-right guy, and he's not a conservative, or he's not pretending to be a conservative, but really, when you look at his positions, he's moderate. He's right down the middle and on the right, and he's really rational and reasonable. So that's my shout out of the day. I think maybe I should have a shout out of the day where I just because I think like what's missing from influencers is just like they don't ever promote anybody. Like, it's very difficult to get attention. That's what I appreciated about the Nerdrotic post where he said, hey, this hasn't got a lot of traction, so be sure to share this. That means a lot more than I think most influencers realize. And it's very easy for influencers to only talk about influencers. And so I really like to, when I see somebody who's like really crushing it, as Matthew is, I want to bring that up. But by the way, like, look, if you look at like his production is really good too. So I'll pull this up.
You get
just, and I have no idea what he's going to talk about right now. So forgive me, but
a part of of the person's shoulder in it. That's called a dirty of.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. So, but really, like the stuff he brings out and his knowledge and experience in the film industry is absolutely worth everything. Oh, I see Barely Biblical in the Kick Chat. What's up, man? Phenomenal talent, phenomenal artist. I absolutely, if you have not seen for some insane reason his show Barely Biblical, you absolutely need to. Look, I'm just gonna say, look, if you don't think that David is biblically accurate enough, you need to see these teddy bears. Like, you need to see the violence of the Old Testament and the violence of the story of David in only a way teddy bears can do. I think we say it's all the stuffing and none of the fluff of the Old Testament. So yeah, make sure you go to Lore TV and watch his series. It's really, really great. And you're super talented, Tim. You're insanely talented. And Adam Malden is back. Adam, welcome back, Adam. Adam's one of the OG chatters at Kick. So happy to see you here. As I was explaining before, Kick changed my username for me, so it's I'm King Ginger now, not real King Ginger. I need to update the socials to really to really reflect that. But awesome, Adam. Glad to have you in, man. Look, Adam, you missed a story, so I'll recap it for you really quick. I don't know, you might have been listening and not chatting, but those 5 hours of streams I did, I deleted the VODs, and it only counts your 5 hours as long as you don't delete the VODs. So I have to do 5 hours again before I get monetized. So I might be in for a long night. You know, I might lose my voice. It's already going out a little bit, as you guys can probably tell. I really need a mute button. I mean, I have one. I guess I have one here, but it's kind of like you just need the mute, so it doesn't sound as gross. But yeah. So I'm just hanging out, man. The hot lemon water. Yeah, that's exactly what I need. But it's been going well. It's been going great. Adam, had a great time hanging out in the chat with you guys. When was it? It was Monday night. I think it was Monday night. We did like a 3-hour live stream. There's a bunch of people in the chat. We just had a phenomenal time, and I was like so excited about it. I remember I told Jason, I was like, Jason, there were only 4 people in the chat, but it felt like there was 1 million. And I think, you know, coming from the podcast world, hold on a second. I want to mute my microphone and get my. Yeah, you guys need to be glad you guys didn't hear that. I hope you guys didn't hear that. I hope that muted. But I was telling Jason, man, I was like, you know, coming from the podcast world where it's just very like you just have to talk for like hours, you know, and coming from that to where you're actually not just talking to nobody, but you're actually engaging with people on an individual level. It's so much better. Like live streaming for sure is the future. So Adam says, my current hypothesis is thus. Remember when Christmas fell on Sunday and folks skipped church services for Christmas family time? Yes, I do remember. I do remember that was on a Sunday where people skipped church. I remember that. That was, what, 3 or 4 years ago, maybe? I think it's because Christmas movie for the past 50 years had the theme, the sub theme of family first always and never Jesus. That's true. Although I will say I think Home Alone is the greatest Christian movie of all time. And there's a YouTube video. We could play the whole YouTube video that defines that, which is really great. Let's see. I don't want. It's a long video. Is it a long video? Let me see. I'll watch it one a year. It's 6 minutes. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's just do it. We got time to kill. So this is my favorite This is my favorite family theme song ever. Sorry, family theme song. This is my favorite Christmas movie ever. And I always liked it. But then I saw this. And by the way, there was like a TikTok video of a podcaster and he's going around and he's talking about how Home Alone is a Christian movie. He got it from this video, and I don't think he credited it. But it came from this video. You know, this is going to get me copyright
What's
struck.
up, guys?
It's going to get me copyright struck on YouTube. I hate how you can't. I'm going to have to stop like every 10 seconds.
It's Les. I watch Home Alone with my family every year, but this year I noticed a few details that led me to a theory that Kevin McAllister
I'm gonna
actually gets saved,
do it.
like his soul is saved in this movie. Now, the theory is based on Home Alone 1 as a standalone movie, since the sequels weren't in mind when the movie was written. So, Home Alone, Kevin gets saved. Here we go.
By the way, the guy that did this is Les Landsphere, this is on the Reform Pubcast channel back when he was doing the Reform Pubcast. This is such an incredible critical analysis of this film. There's no other way to interpret this film. He did this, by the way. This happened 10 years ago, and a guy on TikTok was talking about it, and it went super viral. And like I'm listening to this guy on TikTok talk about this like he's talking about this video, but he doesn't like reference it. And so I was just kind of like, oh, that's super salty. But
you're sick, you know that?
Now, it's established that the movie deals with the supernatural when Kevin's mom dares him.
Then maybe you should ask Santa for a new family.
Kevin says he doesn't want a new family, but he wants them all to disappear. Then he lays in bed and he makes his Christmas wish to Santa.
I wish they would all just disappear.
The music changes, we get a crazy close-up of Santa's face, and the events unfold that leave Kevin home alone. It's true that Kevin's family didn't literally disappear, but Kevin's wish, offered up to Santa, did actually supernaturally come true. The next morning, when reality sets in, Kevin takes full responsibility for what he's done.
I made my family disappear.
Music,
completely self-sufficient. He can shop for himself, he can do his own laundry, he even faces his demons in the basement.
Shut up!
But even though Kevin does a good job of taking care of himself, he quickly realizes that he does love his family and he wants them back.
I didn't mean it. If you come back...
Have you guys seen this? Like bear with it. Bear with the setup. Because the setup is really important here. That's why I didn't skip through to the main thing. And also I think Les needs the credit for this. But in case there's somebody that hasn't seen this,
never be a pain
just bear with this.
Kevin outsmarts the burglars who are haunting him as a consequence of his wish until they follow the clues and realize
he's home alone.
Kevin overhears their plan to break into the house, and at this point, Kevin is desperate to have his family back.
Oh, thanks, honey.
So Kevin sets out to undo the wish by visiting the only man he knows powerful enough, Santa Claus. And although Kevin is very polite to the fake Santa, he sees how pitiful and powerless Santa really is, and Kevin's faith in Santa runs out of gas.
I just never thought about watching Home Alone, like how Santa was not relevant in this film. And every time Santa was pictured, it was always as sort of like an antagonist more than a protagonist. I just never ever thought about that. It's so Chris Columbus, man. He's one of my favorite directors.
As Kevin walks home to prepare to do battle with the burglars, he isn't focused on his fear. He is overwhelmed by his need to be loved and reconciled. And this is where things get interesting. Kevin almost walks past the church where he hid earlier, And after he hesitates, he embraces his need for God's help, and he goes inside. Inside the church, we hear Christmas hymns,
Yes.
the gospel being proclaimed. And who's sitting there in the church but the man that I believe represents the presence of God throughout this film, Old Man Marley. Marley approaches Kevin immediately, and he asks Kevin if he's been good. And
Adam,
Kevin
I see
admits
that tweet,
he's
man.
been a sinner.
Been a good boy this year?
No.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Kevin employed God's law to justify lethal force against his invaders. Sure did.
Well, this is the place to be if you're feeling bad about yourself.
Then, Old Man Marley shares a story of his son who he's been separated from. The story is an analogy for Kevin. Kevin is truly the lost son. And Old Man Marley says,
I'm afraid if I call him, he won't talk to me.
Then Kevin, inadvertently asking for his own salvation, says,
My point is, you should call your son.
now why would we assume that Old Man Marley represents God?
That's
Old Man
amazing.
Marley tells Kevin to
This
think
is
about
it.
what
This
he
is where-
said,
this is
and
where
then
it
he
drops.
reaches over to shake Kevin's hand, revealing inexplicably a wound on the back of his hand. Guys, right in the middle of his hand. So
Completely
the man who
unnecessary.
is telling Kevin
It's
to
completely
be
unnecessary.
reconciled to his family, the man who's telling Kevin about love,
Well, when I mean it's completely unnecessary, I mean like that shot doesn't have to, like, it doesn't have to have been done. If you work in the entertainment industry, you know every shot, everything is super calculated, and so for there to be a Band-Aid on his hand is insanely intentional, and it's not. I mean, I guess you could say the actor had a cut on his hand, so they were trying to cover it up, but it just doesn't work that way.
has a Band-Aid on the back of his hand covering a wound. Now, do we know anything else about this wound? There is one other scene where this wound shows up. In the drugstore, when Kevin's buying a toothbrush, Old Man Marley shows up there as well, and he has the wound on the back of his hand. It's still bleeding. But then in a very interesting shot, he slams his
See, there we go. So it's entirely intentional. There is a hole through this guy's hands. It's crazy.
hand down on the counter, and we see from underneath that the other side of his hand is also bleeding.
Why?
This man has literally been pierced through his hand. And strategically, the filmmakers never show us his other hand to see if the wound is there as well. The scene ends with Kevin unknowingly inquiring about the state of his own soul.
What about you?
We've
All right,
seen
so then we see him and
Kevin's
he's
family
praying.
eat a
He
meal in
prays
this-
at the table, and his family doesn't pray ever. And then there he is, and then he gets home and he reconciles with his family, and just incredible work from Les in breaking that down. I don't know. I'd love to ask Les because I don't know. I'd love to ask if if Les like thought of that himself, or if like he was told that through some other sources and then put the video together. I just, because the analysis of that is insane. Do we not address the fact that the old man deals in salt? I didn't even realize that either. He does. Yeah, he's shoveling snow, and is he doing more than just shoveling snow with salt, or like I don't remember all the specifics of I don't remember all the specifics. But yeah. When salt loses its saltiness. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, it's just incredible work. And the reason I think this is important is because you don't have this is insanely Christian movie, right? If you look at that analysis, and I would argue intention for sure. Like, I think like the intention of that film is Christian to the core, and the there's no overarching like altar call scene. He goes to a church, but you're not taken out of the movie for that sort of moment where he you don't like I watched that movie 100 times and I never thought for one moment there was any significance to him going to a church, and like and seeing Marley there and old man Marley there and like the wounds in the hands. Like I never saw that. And then when someone like Les does this video and they break down like really what I believe is the intent of Christopher Columbus when he directed this film, it makes the story it's way more powerful as a story of the gospel and salvation than any faith-based nonsense, like any one of them, right? And then the fact that too is like you're getting this amazing message of repentance and salvation, and it's one of the most popular films of all time. By the way, like it was tremendously popular. But I found out that in Home Alone 2, you guys remember the Talk Boy cassette recorder? Macaulay Culkin had a deal where he received a percentage of sales, 15% of all the sales of the Talk Boy recorder, all the profits. And he wound up making $200 million just from the sale of the Talk Boy recorder. Like, that's really crazy because like I think he only got like 7 million for doing the movie or something like that. Like so but he took a lesser salary to get that deal on the Talk Boy and wound up like that. Like I saw it on Forbes. Like it was like a legit. It wasn't like some stupid AI generated like Facebook story that's probably not true. Like it was sourced. It was incredible. So he's set for life just because of that. Unless his parents stole it. Wasn't there something about his parents? I don't know. But I know that I've given, I for sure have given Macaulay Culkin 15% of the cost of a Talk Boy because I wanted it when I was a kid for Christmas and I got one. Like who didn't want a Talk Boy? Let me see if I can find that article. It would be recently in news. Oh, yeah, it was Variety. Here it is. Macaulay Culkin says Home Alone 2 is better than Home Alone because I got paid more. I think he owns 5% of net profit. Let's see if there's yeah, so Culkin did not hesitate to answer Home Alone 2 and quipped, I got paid more. I think I own 5% of the net and also 15%. That should be percent. Come on, Variety. What's wrong with you guys? 15% of the merchandising. So if you buy a Talk Boy, I'm like, yeah, I'll take 15% of that. Thank you very much. By the way, buy a Talk Boy this Christmas. And does this tell you how much you made? No, it doesn't. Well, there's another article that talks about how much he got paid. And it came out to about $200 million. I don't know if that was like just that 1 year. But let's see. So this is from, let's do this. So 15%. Okay, here it is. Yeah, he wasn't joking. Not only did the 10-year-old earn a staggering $4.5 million for the 1992 sequel, the highest salary ever paid to a child actor at the time, but his contract also included a 15% cut of all merchandising, including sales of the now iconic Talk Boy, the toy voice recorder, released alongside Home Alone 2, became a breakout hit, selling an estimated 45 million units before being discontinued. Assuming an average retail price of $30, Culkin's 15% cut translated to an estimated of $202 million. If the retail price was 30, I'm sure he only got 15% of the profits. So what does that come out to? Let's see. So if it's let's see, he sold So if he sold, whoa, uh-oh, I just dropped my drink. Whoa, dropped it again. Oh, third time, three times for the win.
I did not put anything in this.
That was crazy. Oh, the cup is dented. That's why.
You broke the cup.
I broke the cup.
All right.
It's live. We'll do it live. What was it? Was calculating something? Oh. Okay. So yeah. So I think. All right. So they got that fixed. Sorry about that. That's crazy. Okay. So I'm so distracted right now. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to. So he sold 45 million. And then he got, that would be times 30, is 1.35 billion. So yeah, that would, but yeah, so it's going to be close. 10% of 1.35 billion is 135 million. Then you're going to add another 5%. So another 75 million on top of that. Yeah, so he actually got $200 million for Talk. Did you get a Talk Boy? Yeah, do you know what a Talk Boy is? On Home Alone, the Talk Boy. It was for boys. Yeah, it was.
I've got girl things.
Yeah, so.
I don't know if you care, but I had put.
Well, the sparkles are definitely all throughout the drink now. It's live. Anything can happen, guys. Eric Wallace said, I think Armin White's theory was that Home Alone is a suburban mother horror movie. Guys, how do we add the chats to OBS? Like, is that possible? I know how to do it on Restream, but it won't let me. It won't let me, because I'm not using Restream Studio. It's not letting me do what I needed to do. So I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna set that up because I want to be able to do that. But what's crazy is, like, I do have a Restream plugin for. I do have a Restream plugin. But that one, apparently, it doesn't let me put the chat up. So, so let me hold on. Let me see if I can figure out a way to do my chat. Because I would like to be able to post your chats on the screen for everybody. I have a Kick chat. Oh, I can connect it. But that only lets me do YouTube, though. Oh, it's not terrible. All right. I think maybe but even like on Kick, even with my Kick stuff. Oh, I think I did the wrong account. Try it again. All right. Well, that is correct. But it's still like I can't post the chat on screen, which is stupid. Why can't I do that? It seems like, I mean, so anyway, yeah, the YouTube chats are coming in now. So someone says I'm a little fuzzy. Dude, it could be your glasses or it could be my depth of field. How's that, man? So so my wife just messaged me and said we have somewhere to be at 6:30 that we thought was tomorrow. So we are going to go to that. So I got about another 45 minutes. I got to get that 5-hour in, and then I'll probably come back and I'll come on later tonight. So that's where we go. Thanks Daniel for letting me know I'm out of focus. So where were we? So yeah, we were talking about how Talkboy made $200 million for Macaulay Culkin, and this is what I think is so interesting. We always talk about in the entertainment space about, we're in a culture war. We need to take back the culture. But the truth is, like, there is no culture. Like, you don't see guys walking down the street wearing like a Sound of Freedom t-shirt, right? Like, you don't go to Comic-Cons and there's massive panels and stuff for faith-based movies. It just doesn't happen. It's very rare that it ever happens. We don't have action figures. We don't have toys. We don't have merchandising. We think that if we just make one movie, this one movie will be able to win the entire culture with one movie, and it's just not true. There's a lot of different elements that need to be built out and invested in. You need distribution, you need theaters, you need marketing, you need merchandising, you need, just in music, right? This is what I was talking about when, like, I always talk about how I'm not really you can study classical music and study the classics all you want, but if none of that stuff is able to allow you to dominate in whatever industry you're in, then it's all useless. Like, classical music just doesn't make money like it used to. And so what we need to do is, like, classical music is great. Classical education is absolutely vital and important. But what we need to do is be able to figure out how do we utilize those skills and apply them into a way that's of economic value in the modern day. Because I think we have a long way to go. And part of that means we need to build out distribution channels. We need to create, we should have made Spotify. We should be the guys distributing Spotify. We should have made YouTube. We should have made ChatGPT. Like, we should have made all these different things, and we didn't. Conservatives didn't make it. Christians didn't really make it. We just kind of sat back and pulled back. And I think you can actually equate all of the problems of dispensationalism to a moment where the left kind of invested and went in. So, the rise of radio, the rise of TV, the rise of cable television came right at the same time as the Satanic Panic, right? So you had, even like Pokemon cards, like, were satanic. Remember that? So you had, like, all this sort of stuff. Every time there's been some sort of major cultural moment, instead of us pouring into it, we've backed out and retreated. And then we look back and we go, how come we don't have anything? That's exactly right, Adam. Pat Robertson. I'm from Virginia Beach area, right? Pat Robertson was like really massive in Virginia Beach, Regent University and the 700 Club. And I went to Liberty University when Jerry Falwell was still alive, and he preached several times while I was there. You know, at least with Liberty University had a very optimistic view. It's like we're gonna have this university here, and then we're gonna train up people to go out into the world and excel and dominate in whatever field they're in. And I was like, that is really strange for a university to say that when they have a Tim LaHaye ice skating rink with his name on it. You know, the guy that wrote Left Behind, you know? So I just always thought it was like really interesting. Although at the time I didn't, because I was a dispensationalist, of course, when I went to Liberty University. Someone said it's amazing how many Christians are paying Spotify. We may as well own our own. We may as well own stock. I'm telling you. But the thinking, it's so much easier for people to say, well, yeah, well, we pay money to Spotify. That's okay. But the idea of like, we're going to actually build something better than, like, we should have been the ones that built Spotify. Right? Like it's like super simple. It's like even as a Christian, you can look around and go, oh man, all these people are stealing music. How can we make it? That's a market problem. How can we make it so people don't steal music? Right? Like just, you know, do that. And that's how you get Spotify. And we just don't do that. We just don't like, I don't know what it is about our mindset. Our investment is so low risk. Everything about us is insanely we always look after the fact. Like we look back and go, we should have done that. But we never look forward and go, we should do that. That is the key difference. I was talking to a guy the other day, and he was in town, and he was telling me that he has been working on artificial intelligence since the 1980s. Like that's crazy. Like that is crazy. Can you imagine like working on artificial intelligence since the 1980s? And I like it just really kind of hit me. It's like, you know, we look back and we see like Sam Altman, and we look at Google, and we look at all these major technology companies. We look at all these Hollywood, all these sort of things, and we look at how much control they have over the culture. And then we go, man, I wish there was a Christian that was heading up ChatGPT instead of Sam Altman. And then you go, yeah, well, why didn't you invest in AI in the 80s when other people were? Like, why didn't you do that? Right? Like it's what's like, why not? Like, what's wrong with you? Why would you not make those investment decisions back then? And it's like routinely over and over and over again, conservatives look back and go, we don't own anything. Well, let me tell you why you don't own anything. It's because you invest in B2B SaaS. You invest in like the stock market, like just insanely safe investment strategies. And there's never a point where you invest in something, you get an exit, and then you go, great, now I can take a risk. You never see that. Like that never happens. It's always like, great, so now I have more money, now I need to take even less risk. But I don't think that's the way it's supposed to work. I think what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to invest in stuff. And then if we make a significant return, and God blesses you with that, you're then supposed to take bigger risk, right? And so, but I don't think we do that. I talked to a guy about investing, and he goes, man, I really wish I met you guys 10 years earlier, but I'm too old that I would never live to get a return on what you guys are doing. And I said, yeah, but like, don't you have grandchildren? And he goes, no, I don't. I don't have any grandchildren. I don't know the story there, but that's really sad. So he's storing up all this wealth, and it's just not like what's going to happen to it. Like what's going to go on. It's really, but that's a lot of, conservatives' mindset is just we're going to just put as much money as we can into the bank account before we die, and we just don't build things. And so we don't have Spotify, we don't have YouTube, we don't have major platforms or technology companies. Our plan is for other people who we don't like to buy our stuff, to buy our ownership, to buy stake in what we have, and then we look back 20 years later and we're like, man, how did all the pagans get everything? Well, you sold it to them. Adam says government bonds that barely make anything. Most churches do this. But it's crazy because, like, the Bible very specifically calls this out with the parable of the talents, right? And I know people always go, well, the parable of the talents is talking about a spiritual thing. It's talking about spiritual things. And it's like, but here's the thing. If the parable is using real world principles to discuss a spiritual truth, then the real world principles of the parable have to be true. So if you have a guy and he's the bad guy, he's the antagonist is the one that buries their talons in the sand and is afraid and a coward and doesn't want to risk any of their money to yield a return, then the spiritual truth is don't be a coward and take risk. Like that is the spiritual truth of that allegory. And sure, there's tons of layers and meta to that. Like there's tons of things you can pull out of there, tons of truth, but the core principle is you have a guy, he was a coward, he buried his investment because he was afraid to take a risk because he was worried that someone would be upset with him if he didn't make any money at all. So instead he just buried it. And so, but that is the problem with a majority of all conservative investment and financing. And so we don't own toy stores that can sell $200 million worth of merchandise. Even when we did have distribution channels, we had distribution channels through like Lifeway Christian bookstores, and we had bookstores all over the country. They were only bookstores for us, right? Like they were only bookstores for Christians. And we didn't say, we didn't want to be Barnes and Noble. We wanted to be Family Christian Bookstore or Lifeway Christian Bookstore. We didn't want to build out an empire of radio stations that distributed all sorts of different kinds of music. We wanted our little K-Love, right? So like every time we do invest in some sort of communication medium, it's always an alternative. It's never something that's innovative. It's always like, well, we're going to make our Christian version of this thing. And it's just over and over and over again. And I hear this all the time. Like, just build something for this very tiny niche that economically is not the most that might be actually, it's economically might actually make a return, but it doesn't make a significant cultural impact. And so Adam says you can't understand any parable if you don't understand money in and returns. It's true. It's very true. So what else is going on in the world, guys? What's up, chat? Hey, Huskarl. Huskarl says true. Anything happening on Twitter? I'm kind of nervous about going on Twitter because I feel like if I go on Twitter, hey, Zachary Conover said Marcus on stream. What's up, Zach? That I'm streaming to Substack too, so like I'm surprised that anyone. Actually, I just want to give a shout out to Zachary Conover because he's my first ever. I make fun of it. I make fun of Substack a lot because it's like impossible to get any engagement on Substack. So Zachary is actually the first person to ever say anything in my chat. So what's up, Zachary, man? It's great to hear from you. I just think that's really funny that you're the first person, as long as I've been live streaming to Substack, nothing ever happens. Right? I have 1,000 people on my email list for Substack. And finally got my first comment because Substack is for readers, man. I saw a thing on Substack. It was a meme, and it said, "Please don't ruin Substack with videos in my timeline, please." And I was like, "Oh, come on, guys." Is it only for Substack's only for readers? So I like to troll Substack by going live on there every now and then. So. Right. Look, it's somebody who's on YouTube. If you're on YouTube and you're watching, which it seems like actually nobody is. I was trying to see. I'm not asking you to send me a membership or a super chat. I just want to know if it's available to be viewed, because sometimes I start these streams, and they're not monetized, and I go through the whole thing, and there's like no way to do a super chat. So if somebody could go and let me know if that's just available, that would be helpful. What else is going on? I kind of like don't want to go on Twitter because I don't want Stranger Things spoilers, but I feel like Hutscarl says Blogspot is for readers. Dude, Blogspot is like from the 1990s. Is that even up? Like, is there still a Blogspot? Does that even exist anymore? Blogger.com. Look at this. It still exists. There's still a blogger.com. You can actually create a blog. That's amazing. What about Geocities? Is that domain still? I bet you it redirects to Yahoo. Yeah. That's exactly what it did. Just redirected. So, does anybody use Yahoo anymore? Does anybody get their news from Yahoo? I don't know. Eric Wallace says, doesn't Google own it? They actually do. Yeah, Blogger's owned by Google. So, maybe Yahoo would be doing a lot better now if they didn't shut down Geocities, GeoCities. Is it GeoCities? I wish I could go back and see the GeoCities website I made when I was in high school. I don't know what it was. I have no idea what I put on there. Only thing I know I had on my GeoCities website was one of those glittery counters. The animated GIF like website counters. I had one of those for sure. I would love to know like what my website was. Maybe I don't want to know what my website was about. You look back and go, oh, that was weird. I have a feeling, if I had to guess, I think it might have had to do something with computers or technology, or it might have been about Pokemon. So I'm not sure. I don't know. So Huskarl says he still looks at Yahoo Finances, which is weird. Looks like they got all good entertainment. This is from Yahoo News. The best of the rest, 25 under the radar 2025 movies worth seeking out. Let's see if I've heard of any of these. Americana, Bang Bang, Best Wishes to All. Robert Trevino likes it. I've not heard of any of these. They're right. These are ones you've never heard of. Eden. Escape from the 21st Century. Is this one of those, Adam, is this one of those Korean ones you were talking about? Let's see. Let's check it out.
遥远的 K 星，3个被选中的少年拥有打个喷嚏就可以往返未来20年的超能力。
Time travel. Fast growth.
我靠！闭月羞花。
Look at his pretty face. Move.
开战了！
Come on, guys, let's go.
面对毁灭世界的惊天阴谋。
Dude, this is Adam. This has got. Oh, you said this seems to be Chinese, so it's not one of the Korean dramas. Dude, to time travel by sneeze? That sounds pretty awesome. It's probably a communist propaganda though, isn't it though?
你现在是38岁的身体里有颗18岁的心。
我说都是真的。
你可真文艺。
他们除了清澈的愚蠢一无所有，无所畏惧。
也许我们的命运都是没法改变的。
Dude, what is it about the Asian filmmaking scene that their plots are so unique? You know what I mean? Like it's the one you were telling me about, Adam. So you know, like Adam was telling me about what was the time travel? Was it a time travel one you were telling me about, or what was the plot for the Korean drama that sounded really, really Oh no, it was the guy's like a coward. He's about to, you know, end himself, but he sees a guy murdering someone, but he's such a coward that he doesn't even want to do anything about it. And he looks down and finds a diary, gets amnesia, and the diary turns out to be the serial killer's diary. And then he thinks that he's a serial killer because he got amnesia, and starts trying to find all the... Yeah, so anyway, that is a fascinating plot. And then he has to like learn to gain courage. That's Psychopath Diary. That's the name of it. And then there's a time travel phone call one, and the superhero that turns cash into superpowers. That's amazing. Yeah. Psychopath Diary is about standing up to bullies. That's awesome. I still need to watch that. I'd see if my wife would be down for watching some Korean dramas. Because most of the time, like the only time I really get to watch stuff on TV is like is when we're like hanging out together. So I just need to convince her. I was like, no, this one, Psychopath Diaries. This is gonna be great. Is it dubbed or is it like closed captioned? That makes a difference. He says she will get addicted. So, but yeah, so so this Escape from the 21st Century trailer is about time travel every time you sneeze. I haven't, yeah, none of the other movies on here I have seen that seem pretty Sisu. Yeah, I don't see any others. So he says the captions are better, the dubs are not great yet. Is it AI dubbed, or is it like actual bad dubbing, like bad dubbing? Because I don't mind like actual bad human dubbing. It's kind of fun. But like bad AI dubbing, that's just unwatchable. That'll change very soon, but. What's going on in the world? Is it? So it's only 9 o'clock on the East Coast, so. Cheapo dubbing. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of cheap dubbing. Cheap dubbing is a lot of fun and very entertaining. Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest live New Year's Eve starting at 8 o'clock. Anything going on? Anybody drunk yet on New Year's Eve, or is it too early for that? Look at this. I have like nothing. Nothing is happening for New Year's Eve. What is going on? Nothing. I think that's because nobody's watching Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve because everybody's watching Stranger Things 5 right now. That's what's going on there. Nobody's watching Ryan Seacrest. Oh no, he didn't. Oh no. What is this? The actor that plays Will Byers in Stranger Things confirms that homosexuality is his character's superpower and that his coming out scene gay character is LGBTQ propaganda targeted at children, saying it's a powerful message to send to kids. Wokeness ruins everything.
Vecna thought Will's secret was his weakness.
But it's his superpower. Wow, one of the best queer characters we've ever had. What a powerful message to send to kids. Like, no, this isn't your weakness. This is your superpower. This is how you defeat the big, bad, evil monster of the whole show, is accepting what you thought was your weakness.
Being who you are is where our power comes from. It's.
Is that Mr. What's It? Is Mr. What the heck?
Really powerful, and I'm very moved and touched by that. Yeah, even though I play the villain.
It is. Oh. It's just, well, why do they have to do this? Like, why do they have to do the what? It's just.
Thought Will's secret was his weakness.
But it's his superpower. Wow.
Oh, dude, they. It doesn't make it good, dude. Like, it doesn't make it good. Like, he thinks this makes it a better story, and he doesn't understand that it makes it worse. It makes it worse. It's a worse story than if it was just, I don't know, like normal. Like, you don't have to have all the human sexuality and all that sort of stuff in it to like make it a good story. Like nobody cares. Nobody cares but you. Like you're the only one, and maybe, you know, wasn't there a trans writer on Stranger Things? Is there a trans writer too? Let's see. There has to be. Are there trans writers of Stranger? The show features prominent LGBTQ actors, explores queer themes, suggesting awareness of queer experiences, but specific trans writers aren't widely highlighted in search results. Though independent creators like Nick Verk identify as non-binary. Are there gay writers of Stranger Things? The Duffer Brothers are married to women and generally understood to be straight. I hope I'm never generally understood to be straight. I'm just reading the AI overview. Well, the Duffer Brothers developed the story and have confirmed that the character Will Byers was always intended to be gay from the beginning. There it is. He was always you were baited into this. The writing process for LGBTQ storylines has been a subject of significant discussion and some criticism. Robin Buckley is a lesbian. Jeez. Like they really, I mean, like, so, ooh, they really went in, like they committed. Kyle, I cannot read your comments on YouTube because my YouTube will be shut down. It'll be shut down. But I agree. I agree with you. It is funny how he comes out only after he's been kidnapped by a demon. So, you know, they were actually accurate on that part. I would agree with you on that. So, yeah, that is so crazy, like how obsessed they are. They're like vegans, like they just have to tell you. Like you know, the world's about to end and this guy has to have this big coming out party right as the world is ending. I love the AI clip. I don't know if you guys saw it, but the AI clip where they were like, now's not the time for this. No one cares. But we're trying to save the world. Let's see. Anything else? There's the Minneapolis daycare thing. That thing's been incredible to watch, isn't it? Like the whole there's this whole thing that Nick Shirley did is incredible. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is fascinating.
Meet Abdi. He is running for Minnesota House District 14A. And I bet you'll never guess what type of business Abdi owns. Blooming.
It's a daycare.
Kids childcare. And I did a little research on Blooming Kids, and they have quite the laundry list of violations as well, just like the other ones that we were looking at. And over the years, they've been violated for no first aid kits, unsanitary conditions, not complying with CPR regulations, no supervision for the kids, not operating within the terms of their license. They never submitted their DHS background study when requested. Children were subjected to prohibited disciplinary actions, no furnishings, no equipment, no materials, and no supplies. No documents to
When was this place actually used? I've never seen anyone, especially kids, going in or out. What's going on here? That was recent. Is there one that... This one's from 2 years ago. Disgusting. The moment you walk in, it is bad lighting, dark wall, smells gross. There weren't any kids laughing or playing, just silence in all rooms. Barely any toys in the rooms, and it's not ran by anyone whose native language is English, so be ready for your kids to be confused unless they're Somalian.
Actions, no furnishings, no equipment, no materials, and no supplies. No documents.
What is this actually used for? That was recent, so I think a lot of these places are being review bombed right now.
To show that the teachers were qualified to do the job. Same violations happen over and over and over. No immunization records for any of the children. Not enough staff. So I'm not able to see how much money that this particular daycare center is getting from the state or the federal government, because that needs to be done by somebody who has access to that information, which I don't. I did look up his campaign fund donations, and he's not getting any from any daycare center. So if somebody can tag.
Oh, if they find that out, that would be crazy. Of course, but of course, but of course they're getting they own daycare centers. Like, why would you not? Why would you not? Oh, Huskarl says, did you see Osmond Gold's report video on daycare centers? Let's see. Are you talking about the whole 45-minute, or is there like a clip? That's not it. Is there a specific clip? There's a 35-minute video. Oh, but it was updated 22 minutes ago.
We're from CNN. Can we talk to you?
Well, I mean, it's Osmond Gold, right?
We're from CNN. Can we talk to you?
It is no coincidence and no accident that every...
By the way, Osmond Gold is incredible. Like, I don't know if you guys... This guy... I mean, like, look at his room. Like, this guy is the classic example of living in your parents' basement, right? This is exactly what I talk about. Like, this guy is just a gamer. He lives in his, I guess it's his attic, his parents' attic. He lives in his parents' attic. And yet this guy's making millions of dollars a month from ad revenue and from streaming. And like, now he's like one of the most important voices out there in the world. So when you hear all these people and they're talking about, conservatives or whatever, they're like, oh, don't play video games. You'll never get anywhere playing video games. You'll never get anywhere live streaming. You'll never do anything. You'll never do anything good. It's just not true. It's not true. We're always like the first to look at the negative of something, and because we think there could be a negative, we never look at the potential positives and outcomes. And one of the most important cultural voices in the country right now is a guy who lived in his parents' attic and played video games all day. So
every mythological creature inside...
Take that for what you will.
Of the ancient worlds, whether it's Greeks, Hindu, Roman, how many of them have a loud, screeching female character that causes problems? Sirens, banshees, I think it's harpies. Yep, there's another one.
No, you can't say that, Osmond Gold. You can't talk about loud, screeching females in Roman and Greek mythology. You can't even talk, dude, you're a gamer. You can't even talk about classical education. You're just a YouTube streamer. You're not supposed to be smart.
Medusa.
This is MAGA YouTuber Nick Sher.
And you can see the framing here. They immediately introduce him as a MAGA YouTuber. So they're doing two separate things by saying...
Oh no, not a MAGA YouTuber.
Saying that. The first thing they're doing...
But by the way, I love his shirt right now, how it says Leering Center. And they replaced the phone number with a fraud line.
Is they're trying to
fantastic.
delegitimize his existence by categorizing him as a YouTuber rather than a journalist, rather than any sort of a political activist. But a YouTuber is something that, like, oh, well, what do YouTubers do? Well, they make videos about like Roblox and Fortnite, right?
Yeah, who cares about YouTubers? They're so irrelevant. These independent content creators, they have no power whatsoever. 100 million views on X? Yeah, but it's from a YouTuber, so who cares? It's amazing to me that people still believe that. I saw a tweet. It was, man, I should have I'm going to have to start bookmarking tweets that I see for these streams. But it was a tweet where somebody texted their dad and said, hey, did you hear about the Somali daycare center fraud? And the dad responded and said, I don't know if it's, he says, I doubt it's true because the New York Times hasn't reported it. Like, could you be any more out of touch than that? It's unbelievable.
So they're doing it with that, and then it's so dishonest. It is. The media is the enemy of the people. You have to understand this, is that people like CNN, places like CNN, they are the enemy of the people. They want to rot your country out because they are parasites. They are absolute parasites. And I mean this in the truest sense of the word. These are for-profit companies that thrive and benefit on the continual destruction and degradation of your country so they can report on its downfall.
I don't think people, look, I'm telling you right now, first off, to the person that recommended Osmongold, thank you. By the way, if you notice, my commentary window is on the bottom right screen, and that's because I saw a clip of Osmongold talking about how all the streamers are moving their window to the right because his is always on the left. And they want to, like, they want to get reacted to, so they make sure. I think Hassan did that too. I think Hassan had to like move his camera window. I think that's where it came from. Hassan moved his camera window to the right. Just that is power. Like that is some real, like, mob boss level. I own this power that Osmongold has, and he deserves it too.
That's what they do. This is the way they introduce things. Every single word that they say, if it's not a lie, you just don't understand it well enough. That's all. And this is the reason, by the way, that all of their credibility is going down. Look at CNN's credibility. It's going down. They have been on a backslide for the last 10 years. Probably at least the last 5 years they have been. And this is just verifiable on Google Trends. And it's completely deserved. And here's how you know that they're really on the downtrend.
I never thought about using Google Trends as a way to track someone's credibility. I mean, I guess it could go both ways too, because like, I bet you Jeffrey Epstein's Google Trends went up. Right, so it's not entirely always the case, but I think for a website like CNN, if people just aren't searching for CNN, it's probably a pretty good sign they're in trouble.
Partnered with Kalshi. You made a Faustian pact with a gambling website. I have no problem with you doing that, but I do think that we are entering into a new frame of dystopia when a news agency is now partnering with a gambling website. I think this is a new level of dystopia.
Wait, who did CNN partner with? Hold on, guys. I want to know this. CNN. It must have been a prediction market, right? CNN prediction market. Kalshi, of course. Look at this. CNN exclusive CNN strikes prediction data partnership with Kalshi. CNN has struck a partnership with Kalshi, the world's largest global prediction market company, bringing Kalshi's data to its journalism across its television, digital, and social channels. Oh, this is Axios. This is a Soros-funded site too, right? Traditionally, Mansour notes, newsrooms have focused on explaining what has already happened or what's happening in the present. Now, with access to Kalshi's prediction data, Mansour believes CNN and in the future other newsrooms and journalists can help audience interpret what may happen more accurately in the future. That's like Minority Report, guys. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. That's Minority Report. Hey, we believe, based on the prediction markets, this is going to happen pretty soon. I wonder how you could... I mean, like, how can the government could basically manipulate the news then by just betting in prediction markets. Like, they could just... I mean, there's probably some leftist Democrat, and probably conservative too, that's already talking about how they're going to manipulate the prediction markets so that a candidate who's competing against J.D. Vance is going to look more popular than they actually are, which is going to be great, by the way. I am, if like the worse J.D. Vance's chances are on the prediction market next election, I think it's probably a good sign that you're going to get a pretty significant return. So anyway, that's crazy.
You don't do that unless, and also, by the way, you want to know the best thing about it is that nobody complained about it. And Kalshi having its polls on CNN, it doesn't legitimize Kalshi. It legitimizes CNN. So imagine doing so much damage to your media brand that taking a sponsorship with a gambling company makes people take you more seriously. That's where CNN is at. It's not so good. I'm a stay-at-home mother. I don't get any government assistance or on welfare. I was born and raised in this country, and my husband works every day. He makes too much money for us to even qualify for welfare, but these fucking Somalis are stealing millions, if not billions. It's sick. Yeah, I want the money to go to you. Exactly. Like, I want to send them back, reappropriate every asset they have except for the shoes on their feet, and even that's debatable if they're expensive. But even that, and then we're going to give the money to you, and then you can take care of the kid and do some better stuff, right? That's it. That way you don't have to worry about it.
Look, here's my stuff. My thought on the whole Somali thing is I saw a video, and on this video, the politician, I think he was the mayor of Minneapolis. I think he was speaking in Somalian on this video. And I just thought, dude, this guy this is treason. Could you imagine? Like, could you imagine if, I don't know, I'm trying to think of, it's kind of hard. The analogy like doesn't exactly work because the British during the American Revolution like spoke English, but just hear me out. Imagine it was like a foreign language, like German. You know, the American Revolution happened with the Germans, and then you just had, you know, one of the founding fathers just do a speech that was entirely in German. Like that'd be crazy. Yeah, even during World War II, right? Like during World War II, you have, you know, the president trying to, you know, be nice to the Germans, and so he does a video in German. Then, you know, that'd be insane to me. And I saw the Minneapolis mayor, and that's exactly what he was doing. And I thought, this is insane. This is treason. Like the state of Minnesota is captured. It is a captured state. It is not an American state anymore. And what Nick Shirley did, just a typical MAGA YouTuber, no one special, was able to actually expose the story with nothing more than what looks like, what's this look like? Look like he just nothing more than a GoPro, just a camera crew. Oh, maybe one camera guy, and then a security team that was, according to the video, donated. Like his security team was donated. So I mean, like literally, the cost of making that video was nothing. Like it cost nothing to make that video, and he got 100 million views. He's the Gen Z version of James O'Keefe, I think, is probably a very realistic description as to who he is. And just tremendous work. But yeah, maybe we'll continue watching this later. I have to go to this thing that we thought was going to be tomorrow. And yeah, well, I am thankful for everybody that participated in the chat tonight. Actually, you know what? I'm probably going to stream afterwards because I got to get my 5 hours in. So maybe an hour or two, hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe a little more. I'll be back. I'm just going to do a late night stream. I think how long has this stream been so far? 2 hours, guys. We did 2 hours. It's fantastic. So I'm going to go to this thing, and then I'll be back later tonight. And feel free, by the way, on Twitter to DM me anything that you guys want me to talk about. Send it to me. That really helps with the show and the flow of things. It's great. It's great when you guys do that, because I'll get better at planning stuff. But right now, just getting this 5 hours, I'm just trying to keep the stream going, because I got to do the 5 hours. I can't just be streaming for fun. I got to make money. Like it just got that's just how it's got to be. So that's I'm 100% in. So all right, guys. Well, you guys have a great night. Happy New Year's Eve to everybody, and I'll see you guys later tonight.